How's everybody feeling today? Welcome out to the UFC Community Report. I'm Dave Burke, and if you can't tell, I'm pretty proud to be a dino up here with Rex. But guess what time it is? Rex has some prizes. It's t-shirt time. Make some noise. And Rex is going to toss them out. Let's hear it. Let's hear it, guys. And I think Rex has a bit of a chant he wants you guys to get into today. So he's going to face the camera so you guys can see what he's got going. He's got some eyes high poster cards. So when he lifts the one, you want to say eyes. When he lifts the other, you want to say hi. I'm not sure if you guys had that figured out, but hopefully you do now. All right, ready, set, go. Rex, I'm not going to lie, it's not very loud yet. I'm not really feeling that. We can't even get this started until we hear you guys. So we're going to give you one more chance before we get underway. Rex, let's do it. Let's hear it for Rex, guys. Thank you all for coming out today. Thank you guys so much for coming out today. Once again, my name's Dave Burke. I'm your Students Union President.
And my name's Frank Rizzuti, your Graduate Students Association President.
And we're going to be your hosts for the next 30 minutes here at the UFC's Community Report. It's so great to see so many people out here from the university community. I'd also like to welcome those who are joining us at some of our other campuses remotely. We have our Foothills campus, our downtown campus, our Spy Hill campus, and finally, community members in Qatar will be joining our celebration later this week. It's so important to have our entire campus community involved in today's celebration. The DJ you just heard was Kat Dournian of CJSW, our campus community radio station. Let's hear it for Kat. Woo. Did a great job getting the crowd warmed up. But you know, there's stars overhead, but there's so many more stars right here in the crowd today. Aww. Let's hear it for each and every single one of you and your contributions you make to the University of Calgary. And let's hear it for our Dinos athletes. Let's go, Dinos! They're out here helping us today. And finally, I want to give one big shout out to all those volunteers and community members who do so much to support the University of Calgary and make it the place that it is. Woo! I hope you all had a chance to grab a snack on your way in, and if not, Franco's going to talk about a few of our other food options.
Thank you so much, Dave. So our fun doesn't end when you all leave after the announcements today. I want to invite you all to follow the crowd that's going to be headed by Rex and the Dinos out to our United Way kickoff luncheon out in the Taylor family quadrangle. So this is going to be really exciting. But I also want to touch on a few other things. I know some of you got your 50-50 tickets. I encourage you all to do so. Proceeds are going to the United Way. I also encourage all the students out here to enter the raffle for a semester worth of free books, courtesy of the bookstore. Let's give it out to the bookstore, folks. Now, winners for both of these, the 50-50 and the raffle, is going to be drawn over lunch at the kickoff in the quad, so just as an FYI. Now, I know some of you have a meeting or a class to teach or to go right after, so we're going to have a select number of lunch bags ready for you to go as you're making your way out at the end of this, just as a note. I also want to touch on the fact that all of our events today at this campus, as well as our other campuses, are environmentally friendly. So I want to encourage you to use the composting and recycling stations that are available on your way out. They're clearly marked. And now I'm going to turn it back over to Hardave.
Thanks so much, Franco, for helping me open up the event. Now, folks, almost 1 year ago today, our university president, Dr. Elizabeth Cannon, unveiled the Eyes High strategic vision and goals to move our university forward. Today, President Cannon is going to take you all through some of the milestones that we've achieved over the last year on our path towards Eyes High. As well, she's going to be making 3 huge and transformational announcements about what's next here at the University of Calgary. So it's a really exciting day. There's a lot of momentum in this city, and here at this university especially. After Eyes High was unveiled, I think there's a lot of things happening on campus that truly make us know that this is probably becoming Canada's most forward-thinking institution. And, you know, we're in one of the fastest growing cities in North America, and there's opportunity surrounding us in literally every direction. Over the last year and a half, the university's unveiled 3 brand new buildings that are improving the quality of student experience and student life here on campus. We at the Students' Union are working really hard with the Graduate Student Association and the university to consult with students in our community over the next year about the future of our building, MacEwan Student Center, to make sure the University of Calgary is not just a great place today and tomorrow, but well into the future. And finally, what better way to celebrate and show momentum than watching our Dinos football team absolutely dominate Saskatchewan this last Saturday, 5-0, well on their way in their drive for 5. So let's hear it for them one more time. It's a really exciting time to be here at the University of Calgary. Let's hear from a few other people about why they're excited.
When visitors come to see us from elsewhere in Canada or overseas, they often ask us how we got so lucky, not only because of the beauty of the campus and what we have facility-wise, but also the fact that we're situated in the energy capital of Canada. One of the reasons I'm very happy to be working at the University of Calgary is because it started out small and really has made it to be one of the universities to consider and to watch for the future.
It's a beautiful city. We made up a machine last year. There wasn't one available anywhere in the industrial marketplace, so we had to build it.
We all hope that our research can make a difference. The city and the university work together. The city attracts young, bright minds, and the university trains them, gives them knowledge, and it feeds back into the city.
I expected, coming from an extremely small high school, that I would be completely overwhelmed coming to a huge school with over 30,000 students, but I was pleasantly surprised to see that I could find my own way and to find my own group of friends and to feel community no matter where I was.
You need to consider and value the environment that you live in, and you need to work on protecting our environment. Not because of you, but you need to keep in mind the future generations. I am a researcher working at the University of Calgary. At the same time, I'm collaborating with industrial people. The way I look at it is basically the city and the university. You can't have one without the others.
What I really value about the University of Calgary is its sense of community. I felt that it wasn't too big of a university. I really loved what it could offer me academically and socially.
Community is how everyone can be part of something bigger. My impression of the university is mostly the professors that I've come into contact with. It's been nice to both see them within the classrooms and having them also encourage us to be within the community and meeting people, which is really the most integral part of being in social work.
People don't go to the Mayo Clinic because there's a Dr. Smith there. They go to the Mayo Clinic because it's a world-class research place. And they'll come here from all over Canada because we're going to be, much like the Mayo Clinic, one of the best in the world. We've had a tremendous opportunity to build, and if we had a vision, we were allowed to see it come through. And you can only do that in a city that's progressive, that has a vision, and that's willing to invest in research and in the future.
Now I know that video makes me proud to be a student and a member of the University of Calgary community. We're truly in a great city, and this is a great university. And now I'm thrilled to introduce our university president, Dr. Elizabeth Cannon. Elizabeth, please join me on stage.
Thanks so much, Hardave and Franco. We're truly blessed to have great student leaders here on campus. I also want to thank all of our students, our faculty, and our staff, members of our board and Senate, and the great community volunteers that makes this university so special. As Hardave said, it was 1 year ago that we came together in this room to launch the Eyes High strategy. That was our commitment to ambitious goals that's going to set us apart as we move to our 50th anniversary in 2016. These are exciting times. A lot has been accomplished, and we're well on our way to be able to ensure that we reach our goals. So I want to walk you through some of the things that we have done and some of the things that we have in front of us. It starts with our commitment that we made a year ago, and that is around being a global intellectual hub in Canada's most enterprising city. It's our commitment to research, to be in the top 5 in Canada, and also our commitment to teaching and learning. We want our students to have a great experience inside and outside the classroom. And of course, we want to integrate with our community. We want the citizens of Calgary to be proud of us. We want to be relevant, and we want to be seen as a key fabric of what makes this city tick. And how are we going to do that? We're going to hold ourselves to the highest standards nationally and internationally in our research programs. We're going to grow our capacity. We're going to focus on ensuring that our faculty have the support around teaching, and our students see the value of being at a research-intensive university in their learning experiences. And we will reach out to the community even more to show what our students can do, what our faculty and research can do, and how we can make a difference to make this city even greater. So I want to talk a little bit about how we're actually going to get there. We launched our strategy. That talked about our goals. The question is, where's the roadmap? This past year, under the leadership of our provost and our vice president research, Drew Marshall and Ed McCauley, they worked in concert with our campus community to develop our academic plan and our strategic research plan. These are the roadmaps. That's what tells us what we need to do to reach our ambitious goals. So those are now in place, and we also have key performance indicators. We're holding ourselves accountable. We're measuring our success. We're going to report that out to our community so we ensure that we stay on track. Our academic plan is comprised of 7 key priorities. These priorities range in everything from attracting and maintaining key talent. We're a people organization. We want the best students, we want the most committed faculty and staff, and we want to ensure we create an environment for all of you that you can reach your potentials here at the University of Calgary. We want to ensure we are leading the way in integrating teaching and research. Research informs teaching, teaching informs research, and we want to make sure that we're really looking at how we can bring those together. Interdisciplinarity and leadership. This is a city of leaders. Community leaders, corporate leaders, leaders in philanthropy and volunteerism. We want to ensure we hold ourselves accountable as leaders, and our graduates see themselves on a pathway to leadership as well. We want to ensure that we're committed to internationalization. As a key research university, we have connections throughout the world. We want to ensure our students have a global mindset, and we bring the best and the brightest from around the world here to the University of Calgary. And of course, it is about connecting to the community. It's about making a difference in our graduates as they build a stronger Calgary, and also our research, whether it's impacting our quality of life or our economy. And finally, it's around sustainability, both in our operations as well as in our academic programs. If you look at our strategic research plan, again, 3 key priorities: matching our strengths with the opportunities, looking at our capacity and ensuring that we harness that to tackle some of the most important issues that are facing society today. We want to increase our research capacity, doing more that is going to stand out on the world stage, and we're going to have to grow the research enterprise to do that. And finally, we want to ensure we create a very dynamic research environment. That means creating the systems and structures so our faculty and our students can have the time and support they need to be successful in their disciplines. We're going to do this with an eye towards prioritization. We've developed 6 research themes, and those are going to allow us to focus the capacity and partnerships and opportunities that we have while respecting individual faculty members' creativity, innovation, and discovery in their own disciplines. So that's what we worked on the last year. Let's talk about some of our successes. We have so much to be proud of. Starting with our students. And if you look at the opportunities that have been created for our students in the past year, it is tremendous. Our students led the solar-powered student decathlon project. They were in the top 10 in the world, showcasing their house on Washington Mall in Washington, D.C. They made us proud. These were students from the Schulich School of Engineering, Communications, Environmental Design, Haskayne School of Business, came together to work with the First Nations communities, the Treaty 7 First Nations, to build a home that was not only sustainable, but that can help meet some of the challenges around housing in the Treaty 7 communities. They did us tremendously proud. Secondly, if you look at what our students are also doing, our first graduating class of veterinary medicine, over 30 students graduated in that class, and I can tell you, they did us proud. They not only achieved at the highest levels in their licensing exams, they've gone on to work in rural areas, over half, 3/4 working with large animals. That was the mandate. That's what the community wanted from us, and that's what our students are going out to achieve. So we're really proud of our Vet Med program. And a third great example was a really important announcement last winter by some of our community and business leaders, $9.5 million investment in the Haskayne School of Business to create the Center for Advanced Leadership in Business. Mac and Susan Van Willigen, Kevin Brown, John Dealwort, ARC Financial, ARC Energy, invested in the future of our Haskayne students to make sure that ethics and leadership is integrated into all of their curriculum. So when they graduate, they will be leaders in driving not only the Calgary business community, but beyond. We thank them very much. Well, Paul Coops, you saw him in the video, Canadian Health Research of the Year. This is the top health researcher in the country. First time anyone in Alberta has received this award. Paul is the director of the Snyder Institute for Chronic Disease, and his research and the work done by the Institute is really setting them apart, and we're seeing the accolades come in to really showcase what they do. Also, if you look at what's happening within our programs, Zachary Wadsworth, an instructor in music, he wrote an original piece that was performed in Westminster Abbey for the royal family in celebration of the 400th anniversary of the King James Bible. His creativity and the quality of work that he's doing is being recognized far and wide. He's really making us proud too. Just this past March, we announced a new program between the University of Calgary Faculty of Law and its sister faculty at the University of Houston. A joint program where students can spend 2 years here, 2 years in Houston from either institution and get a joint degree, meaning that these graduates can practice energy law on either side of the border. We know that is so important for the field of energy, and to have graduates with that level of expertise and skill is, again, unique to our university and to the field of energy. Well, what can I say about the women's hockey team? #1 in the country. Under the leadership of Coach Danielle Goyette, they competed hard. I watched their games, and they came out #1. And them and the rest of our Dinos athletes really do make a difference to the spirit of this university. We want to thank them for everything they do, and good luck this year. I talked about sustainability as one of our priorities. We achieved this past year the silver rating in the STARS system. STARS is Sustainability Tracking Assessment Rating System. This is important because this is about accountability. It measures our operations, our research, our teaching to see if we are reaching the highest standards around our commitment to sustainability. We are achieving silver and well on our way to getting a gold. Great work. So when you put that together amongst all the other great things that have happened last year, you ask the question, well, how do we know how far we've come? Well, let me tell you. This past summer, QS, which is one of the international ranking systems, they looked at the top 50 universities in the world under 50 years of age. Of course, we're a mere 46. We ranked #1 in Canada of that group, #2 in North America, and #17 in the world. Pretty impressive. So what are a few other things that we've been doing? Well, teaching spaces. We invested over $8 million in upgrading our teaching spaces with new IT. We heard from our students, they want better teaching spaces. We heard from our faculty, they want better teaching spaces. We listened, and over 70 classrooms across this campus have been upgraded. And that's making a difference to frontline teaching, and we're very, very pleased with that. This past year, we invested over $18 million in our IT backbone. This is important. We rely on our IT for our research and for our teaching, and it needed a bit of a boost. So we listened, we acted, and we invested, and that's making a difference too. You'll see that both in the classroom, around campus, and also in our research. We're also focusing on areas around our buildings. We learned from Hardave, we've launched some new buildings, be it the Taylor Family Digital Library, it stands out on the world stage. Energy, environment, and experiential learning building, a great sustainable building. Our Yamnuska Hall for students, residences, as well as our cogeneration facility, which provides us electricity and heat. It saves us 80,000 tons per year in greenhouse gases, and is directly providing us $3 million to the bottom line. And it also, of course, allows us to keep our commitment to sustainability. So we've got some great facilities on campus. So if you look at all that, what I'm really pleased, and this is important, we did all that while still preparing and submitting to the Government of Alberta a balanced budget. That's no easy task in these days. And the best part is not only do we have a balanced budget, we actually have some money in the bank. And what that means is that we can invest as a university to make sure that we're walking the talk, and when we talk about reaching top 5, that we're ready to put money down to make a difference to the future of this campus. So I'm really pleased to talk about 3 key areas that we're going to be investing in this year that's going to make a tangible difference to the University of Calgary. One of them is in what we call renewing the academy. We have great faculty here. Problem is, we don't have enough. We need more people coming in at the younger ranks to be able to add to the energy and the creativity and innovation on this campus. That's important to us. Secondly, we have to increase that research capacity that I talked about. So we're going to invest in a program for postdoctoral scholars who are a key part of that research enterprise. And thirdly, we're going to launch our Institute for Teaching and Learning. We heard from our students, we heard from our faculty. Faculty want to be supported in their teaching. Students want to ensure that we're holding ourselves to the highest standards inside the classroom. So what are we going to do specifically? Well, I talked about renewing the academy. We are committing our funding over the next year to hire 50 new assistant professors here on campus. Huge. This will increase our assistant professor cohort by 16%. It will allow us to focus in key strategic areas that align with our academic plan and our research plan. And I know when we're standing here a year from today, we'll have that much more energy on campus with the influx of great talent from around the world. Secondly, I talked about increasing the research enterprise. We are investing to bring in 60 new postdoctoral scholars to this university. That is huge because they are the engines that are going to allow us to really increase our ability to do more research, higher quality research, and to be able to contribute to having more graduate students and more teaching in terms of supporting the teaching enterprise as well. We're going to focus about 80% of them in our strategic research themes, and it's going to increase our cohort of postdocs by 15%. This, again, is a huge step forward in our commitment to be top 5 in research in this country. Our Institute for Teaching and Learning. This will be transformative. This will be an initiative that will differentiate us from every other university in this country because we will be looking at ways that we can integrate teaching and research for the betterment of our students. We will ensure that our faculty feel supported as they look at new and innovative ways to ensure that knowledge is gained by our students through formal lecturing and working outside the classroom. We will ensure that our students are engaged, again, whether it's community service learning, internships, or wanting a research experience through working with a faculty member or doing a study abroad. This institute that we will be forming this year will not only have great programming, it's going to be located in the heart of campus. We want to signal the importance of teaching and learning to the University of Calgary and our broader community. We will be renovating a key building on campus and transforming it into a state-of-the-art teaching and learning facility that is really going to showcase our commitment. We're very excited about it. So you can see there's a lot going on, but I'll just give you a few other things that we're working on. One is West Campus. West Campus is the lands west of here over to Shaganappi where the Children's Hospital is. Those are University of Calgary lands. We are working hard to build a very vibrant community there that is going to not only provide value to the surrounding communities, but enhance the University of Calgary through residential space, commercial, and retail. This is a project that is innovative and I think is going to make a huge difference to our campus over the years to come. So that's one thing that we're working on. Our energy research strategy. We are in the energy capital of Canada. We want to make sure that the research capacity that we have in energy is focused and harnessed to address some of those key issues, whether it's in policy, in technology, in regulation, to support the needs of this very key industry, and that we are working hard to build our capacity and capability in this area. So we're working hard on that to launch in the new year. Our international strategy, there's a task force working away under the leadership of the provost, And they're looking at what does internationalization mean to the University of Calgary? What do we want to achieve? What do we want our students to gain from international experiences? And what are the research linkages that we want to foster to make sure that we stand up on the international stage? And finally, we have a continuing focus on people. We want to make sure our faculty feel supported in their research and teaching. Our management professional staff, that we're looking at their career paths to make sure that they have a clear sense of what it means to be a management professional staff here at the university. Our AUPE also focusing on ensuring that they have the recognition and respect within the University of Calgary. And of course, our students. We're here for our students and the student experience. So you can see we have a lot happening. We can really pat ourselves in the back to say, great job done, and I want to thank everyone here today, everyone at our other campuses, because it's the work that you have done that has really started to create energy, not only on this campus, but across this country and beyond. But there's more work to be done. We're very focused and very excited about our future. With that, I want to close, but I want to have a few words from our Chancellor, Jim Dinning, who couldn't be here today, so he can also thank you for a great year and also to cheer us on for the year to come. Thank you so much.
Hi, everybody. I know you're having a great time at the rally today, and I know you've heard from everybody, but when you look back on this past year and think about the first vet med graduates crossing the stage, you think about the Dino success, you think about the new EEL building, and you think about TFDL. You think about all of the things that are going on campus today. In 2011, we're going to look back and say that was a bang-up year for the University of Calgary. And then with today's announcement from Dr. Cannon that we're investing in the future of the university here and now this year, investing in across the spectrum. We want you as students and members of faculty and members of the staff to realize that this is an investment that we need to make and that you need to be part of it. And just as I said last year, we all got to up our game and move into that passing lane and accelerate so we can be a top 5 university by 2016. So I'm counting on each of you. Get those thunder sticks moving again and enjoy the celebration today because you've earned it. Congratulations.
Wow. What an absolutely terrific and exciting time to be at the University of Calgary. I want to take this time now to thank President Elizabeth Cannon and Chancellor Jim Dinning to celebrate our successes over the last year and help us understand what we can see in the next year. So a round of applause for them. So I want to take this time now to share a few more exciting events that are coming up. So right now, we're kicking off our United Way campaign. The University of Calgary is a proud supporter of the United Way. The United Way helps numerous human service agencies within our community. So a round of applause for the United Way, folks. Last year, we collectively raised $321,955, surpassing our goal. This year, our target's $350,000, and you all have a role in helping us reach that target. So we're going to move over to the quad in a bit, but first, a few more events. Tonight, 6:30 to 8:30 at the university's Rothney Astrophysical Observatory. They're going to host our University of Calgary course, a concert under the stars, open-air concert. All the support's going to the United Way. Check them out. Tomorrow, our arch, the main arch welcoming us on the South Campus entrance, is being rededicated. Over the summer, it was repurposed and renovated, refreshed, in a joint partnership between the Students' Union Quality Money and the university's Wayfinding Initiative. The bronze metallic arch was repainted University of Calgary red. The rededication tomorrow is going to recognize the student-led renewal process, but also acknowledge the great work of undergraduate student Rob Love and assistant professor Brian Hope, who designed the structure in the 60s. So a round of applause for all their great work put into doing that over the summer. This Friday, after 2 years of being closed, the Nickel Arts is going to be showcasing with its opening exhibit as the new Nickel Galleries in the Taylor Family Digital Libraries. Check it out, folks. Next Friday, Friday, October 12th, the University of Calgary is a proud participant in Terry's cause on campus. It's the first time we're doing it. Come join your student leaders and student community. Meet at the Oval, run or walk in support for Terry. So in a few minutes, we're going to be heading over to the quad. I see Rex and the Dinos making their way to the back. As a reminder, we're going to have our 50-50 and raffle tickets available there. The draw is going to happen at lunch over there. If you can't join us, we will have a select number of bagged lunches here as you're ready to exit. So do join us for that. Now, I want to take my time to, again, thank everybody for coming today at this campus, as well as everybody at our other campuses, and we really do hope you enjoyed everything you've seen today. So on behalf of Hardev and myself, thank you for attending, everyone. Eyes high.